Well, it's time for my first repair video. I'm going to put that new Kimpex battery inside of this here bike. Bear with me, it's my first repair video. I'll try to do my best at the editing so everybody can understand what I'm doing here, and I'll get right back to you. So the first thing I have to do is I have to remove the seat. So I'll remove the seat and we'll take a look at the old battery. Okay, here is the old battery. You can see I got a fusible link put in there where I ran for my my light bar on the front, which I spoke about in the early video. So I'm going to begin the procedure of removing the battery. Okay, so it's a 10mm socket that removes the bolts from the terminals from the battery. You have to be careful when you're removing these bolts, because on the bottom end there's nuts that they screw into. They can fall out easily. So you just got to be a little bit careful when you're removing everything that you don't lose the inner nuts from the bottom end of the battery. And I was wondering, I was curious, it was a Kimpex battery that was inside the bike. So I'm actually putting the same battery back in the bike as what was actually in it. I don't know how old this battery is, but it's not good. And the new battery is identical as the old battery. So let's put it in. I would think there would be some kind of fastener that would attach that battery inside so it wouldn't move around, but I guess there's not. Okay. I'm going to be using these little connectors for the wires for my my light bar. Right now I just put them in just loose wire, so I'm going to connect these so I have a good connection when I bolt the battery down with the terminals. Okay, so I just got these put on. I'm just going to use a pair of pliers and I'm going to nip around the wire so it gets good contact. Just nip them. Well, I just do it as hard as I can and test them, make sure they're firm. Do the same with the next one. Nip them nice and hard. Test them. And to me, that looks pretty good. So that's ready for that. Now, the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to use the new bolts and nuts that came with the new battery. Okay. I just take the extension with the 10mm socket just to get it started off. Sometimes it's a bit tricky because the nut doesn't touch the bolt right away. the next one. Sometimes you gotta manipulate your way around here. Okay, so I had the new battery installed, and I'm just trying to do the connections there now, and then we'll try to fire her up and see what happens. I'll get right back to you in a bit. Well, it seems the new battery is not charged, so I'm gonna connect up the charger and see if I can get some juice in it. A DeWalt charger. It's a really nice charger, works really good for me. That's what I'm going to use here now. I'm surprised it had no juice. Very surprised it had no juice. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's see. Just letting the battery charge up some there. Again, I'm surprised that the battery wasn't full charge. I expected that it was charged. They had the acid put in the battery and they'd said to me it was full charge, but it's apparently not. So I'm charging it up with the charger. I'll give you a closer look at it. And so you can see for yourself, the charger's on. Terminals are on the battery. So I'm just letting it charge. Starting to get some juice. Just let it charge up some, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll get right back to you guys. Well, I guess it's pretty interesting for my first repair video. The battery that I purchased at Yamaha, the Kimpex battery, doesn't work. Holds no power at all. There's acid inside. They told me they filled the battery up. I looked inside, acid's inside of it, but it's not working. Nothing works. So I'll keep you updated. I'm going to return this battery tomorrow and see what they come up with and see what they do. So I'll get back to you. And I'm sure we'll get it all figured out.